Right?
Yes.
So this is what we did. We boiled off some elbow pasta.
Classic.
But you can go with any kind of pasta you want, but this is definitely the classic shape. What I would say is make sure you put lots of salt in that water. You want to salt your pasta water well so it has flavor.
Totally.
Okay?
And you use kosher salt at home?
Yes.
Are we all kosher salt
kosher.
people?
Yeah.
Love a kosher salt. If you're sea salt, that works too. Sometimes if you're using iodized salt, I don't salt it as heavily.
It's just like a punch of salt.
Yes, it tastes very like medicinal.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's cooked. You're going to drain it off and you're going to let it sit wherever you let your drained pasta sit,
Where?
right? In the sink.
Mine's usually in the sink, I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
It's just steaming up back there.
exactly.
Yeah, my hair is getting this big.
Okay, so to a pot, the same pot that you boiled your pasta in, because it's a one-pot situation, you're going to add a tablespoon of butter. Butter is essential because butter makes everything better. We know that.
100%. And it's also, I love the fact that we're using, like, that's how also the boxed one starts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's pretty similar.
You know? Yeah.
Now, we don't have a little cheesy packet, but what we do have is a little bit of onion powder,
Love that.
dried mustard powder.
It's an
because,
Andrea Buckett recipe. You have to have a
mustard in there
mustard.
anyway, right?
Yeah.
Dried, yes.
Yeah. Dried, fresh, yellow Dijon.
Whole grain.
Yeah.
And then we're going to add some turmeric. So we're just going to add that just to add a bump of color, and as you can see in the pan.
Oh, yeah.
This is so smart because anytime I make a cheese sauce, even if you use orange cheddar, it's never as orange as you want it to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that just helps sort of brighten up the the color and make it super vibrant.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, the next ingredient, I mean, it's heavy cream, folks.
Yes, it is, Andrea
Heavy cream,
Buckett.
folks.
Heavy cream. I love this energy. That's gonna give you such a beautiful, like, that kind of like liquidy cheesy sauce that's delicious. Yeah.
And we're not going to use any thickeners in here because what happens is as this starts to heat up, we're also going to add some shredded cheese. Now, when you're making this at home, you don't want just that big, inexpensive bar we buy for like everyday cheese and crackers. You want to buy something that's a little bit sharp, a little bit older.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's not going to have a ton of flavor.
No, it doesn't
right?
get as cheesy. It's like as soon as you melt it into that cream and stuff, it gets a little less punchy. You know what I mean?
And if you know anything about Mary Berg and I, we're a little cheesy.
We're a little cheesy.
Yeah, we like to get a little cheesy.
cheese. Yeah.
Actually, I want to use a whisk for this. So we're just going to sort of dump this cheese in.
Okay.
And as the...
I love the amount of cheese we're putting into this, Andrea Buckett.
It's like...
This is epic.
Honestly, it's like 2 cups of pasta and it's like 2 cups of cheese.
Fantastic. And know what I also like about this is it better than store-bought. You don't really, you're like same.
Same. So you can see it doesn't really take a lot of time for that cheese to melt into the cream. It happens fairly quickly.
This turmeric situation is blowing my mind.
Yeah, really nice.
All right, and you don't. I would say you don't really need to salt and pepper this because there's enough salt in the cheese. And we salted the pasta water, so it's going to be super salty anyways. And then we're almost there. Now we're going to switch this
wait,
out.
let's see
look at that, right?
Yes.
What a job! You know, people clap for you when you're melting cheese. It's such a joy.
I clap for any melted cheese.
What a dream. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to swap this out now, and I'm going to dump this in, which ends up being sort of like a compound piece of...
It always turns into the shape of the colander.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're just going to dump this all in.
Okay.
Yum.
There we go.
Andrea, I'm really excited right now.
I mean, how can you not be? It's pasta, it's cheese,
Yeah.
it's cream, it's all a delicious thing.
Yes.
And then you're just going to stand here for about a minute. Now, we're not going to stand here for a minute,
This
but...
is blowing my mind.
This is like so easy. Why wouldn't we just make it this way instead?
And the color, again, anytime I do it, I'm always like, the color's just not right. You want that almost like
Neon
nuclear
orange.
color orange.
Exactly. So you can see like we're almost there, but at the end you do just want to like give it a stir for a minute because the starch from the pasta will sort of start to thicken that cream up.
But this is exactly like the box.
Exactly.
You always give it that last final stir.
And I think we all have like our own desire to have either it really, really like saucy or less saucy.
Totally.
All right, so let's bring it on over here. We're going to serve this up, Mary.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the mac and cheese in a blue bowl. Come on, this is a dream.
The way it slides out.
This is also like perfect out of the. I know, Andrea.
Mary, you're matching.
Am I blending into the bowls and everything?
Yeah, so I mean, this is perfect just as is.
Yeah.
But if you have bits and bobs hanging out in your pantry, which, you know, I love using up stuff, why not add a few pickled jalapenos? Maybe some chopped tomatoes, you know, that half tomato that's sitting in your crisper that you have to use up?
Yes.
A little bacon, never hurt anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Okay, now this, I'm very excited about this.
So this is like, if you ever have those crunchy cheesies or cheesy crackers,
Yes.
let's just up that cheesy flavor, please.
Do it, Andrea Buckett.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, and a little bit of
What about
chive.
ketchup?
I'm a ketchup girl. I love ketchup.
Yes.
Yes.
On a hot dog?
Yes.
Too?
Oh, Alex Page, you're speaking my language right now. A little bit of hot sauce on there, too?
Oh, yeah.
Now, Andrea, the big question, are you a spoon or fork girl when it comes to this?
I am going to be a spoon because it's saucy.
I mean, I'm a spoon girl, too, but I'll let you do it. I'll let you do it. Okay, let's give this a taste. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.